So Forza Horizon 4 is obviously going to be coming along, but there's some things I want to address before it actually comes out. Because there are things, obviously, from the from Forza Horizon 3 that sucked. Now, Forza Horizon 4 is not gonna come out anytime soon. But right now, I'm looking for when it would be teased. Not teased, but when uh, when it's gonna be shown at gaming convention like E3 or something like that. Okay, so Forza Horizon 4. There, this is by Trusted Review from according to TrustedReviews.com. So let's see. Forza 4 Forza Horizon 4 was recently rated by the Brazilian ratings board for, oh my god, I hate the fucking ads. Board for Xbox One and PC, although the listing has been since been removed. If Forza Horizon 4 follows in the footsteps of their predecessors, it will be an open world arcade racer focused on exploration, tournaments, and seamless online multiplayer. Whatever it is, will be taking full advantage of the Xbox One S. That's another thing I want to talk about. That's something new I want to talk about now. You could just come up in my head. Let it be on both not 360, never on 360. Forza Horizon 2 was on 360, and I played that, and it sucked ass, major ass. I hope that Forza Horizon 4 will still stay on Xbox One, but it'll be also compatible to S and X. So when it will be coming out, there's no current indication of Forza Horizon 4 release date. It's highly expected that we will reveal and release date at E3, so we don't have long to wait to find out when we're playing the game. Based on previous launches of other Forza games, a September launch is highly likely. So here is what they would like, apparently. Each entry Horizon series has taken us to a different continent. Europe, Oceania, and the US have already been covered. Knowing this, we would like to see Forza Horizon 4 make a jump to an Asian setting, perhaps Tokyo, Japan, or somewhere else across the land of the rising sun.
My mother was a tailor.
Meaning probably Dubai or something like that, somewhere out in the Middle East. But it's more likely that's going to be happening in the UK, probably. People are more speculating that it's going to be happening in the UK, but it's more of a fight between, because I've made this argument before on Twitter. I'm going to tag my Twitter down below, follow that, and if you want to right now, if you want me to do more content like this, talking about games and all that, just subscribe and then tell me what game you want me to see, that want me to talk about, or specifically more like a racing game or a shooter game. Then I would look at it. But let's get back to this. So here's the thing. I talked about this on Twitter a few weeks back, a while back, and I was thinking it was either going to be Dubai, UK, or Japan. Those were the three options I thought there were going to be. People are now speculating it's going to be either Japan or the UK. So we don't know. These are just thoughts, not full information yet. This is not trusted information. This is just speculations. So don't believe this. The immense potential for variety here, with tracks ranging from wide open country fields, is a neon lit metropolis filled with towering skyscrapers, busy streets. We just need to be careful not to hit anybody. Singapore, Hong Kong, and Seoul, S-E-O-U-L, I don't know how to spell it, or say it actually, also spring to mind as great locations. So, wish list, more vehicle classes. Horizon 3 has already upped the stakes when it comes to classes and variety and customization. Now it is time for successors who absolutely blow things out of the water. That's what I want to talk about. And here it says, we want to see quad bikes, motocross, and boats, and more. I don't want that. Honestly, I wouldn't want that. Motocross, this is a car game. We need to keep it car related. 4 on the wheel, 3 or 4 on the floor. So, okay. Quad bikes would be pretty cool. Motocross, maybe, in limited amount. Boats, no. Planes, no. That's too much getting into the crew. Here's the thing about games. Remember how the glitch was patched about you being able to put on other parts of other cars? Like you would put on a body kit on a Fairlady Z. Actually, let's say you put a wide body kit on a BMW M4. Now, personally, I hate the front splitter on the BMW. The front splitter is hideous. You could take that off with a glitch, but they patched it. And here's the reason why. This is car politics we're learning about. Some companies do not like other parts on their cars. They don't like their parts being alongside other parts, so people were complaining. They had to patch it because when I found this glitch the first time I found it, I didn't realize it was actually that glitch, but people couldn't see your car. They could see your car, but only the frame, like the A pillar and the B pillar, and the frame, the hood. Probably, if you didn't change the hood, there was only certain parts of the car you could see. Rest of it, invisible. Let's get to customization now. On the back of the metal case of Forza Horizon 3, it'll say customize everything. This is a bad statement. This is more of a derogatory term of, hey, look at me. This is more of a thing of a word. This is basically a word to say, hey, look at me, I can do all this. But once you get in the game, you're limited. Because customize everything. You use the word everything as saying like you can put interchangeable wheels, different wheels on every tire. You could color the coil springs. You could color the brake pads. You could color the interior. You could color the exhaust tips. You could put neon on your car. You could put airbags on your car. These are all things that I would like to see, actually. Honestly, I would love to see that. Because it's possible. Forza has done it, but as a DLC car, as the 2015 Mustang GT, not the 2015, it was a 2012 Mustang GT from the Hot Wheels pack. It had 1552s both sides, but one was a flat one, but they were different 1552 tire wheels, rims, whatever. They're using it as a term to grab your eye and grab your attention. So let's get on back with this. These could all be created with specific events and tournaments alongside the detailed class of the vehicles to unlock alongside them. Also on this customization, get realistic with the swaps, with engine swaps, please, Forza. I don't want to see V12 swap 68 darts. Please keep it realistic. Like, I know people have made, there's a guy out there, I don't remember his name, but he's put a 458 Italia, he's put a 458 Italia motor into his GT86. GT86 BRC FRS. Whatever. And yes, we know he's done that, and it's cool, but is it realistic? No. So what I mean realistic is swapping an LS7 into a Mazda RX-7, swapping a crate motor into a 68 Dart. I want to see real drag racing. I don't want to see all-wheel drive, stupid gearing, twin turbo V12 in a muscle car. I want to see big V8, mega chop, loud and supercharged. That's what I want to see. Increased fertility. As enjoyable as it was, previous Horizon titles were relatively flat when it came to terrain, because long stretches of motorway combined with boundless fields for perfect off-road shenanigans. I like this about that. That's what I like. I like that about Horizon 3 with Australia. That's what I like about it, because it's a long stretch of land that I could take my rally-tuned R34 and just bomb it down the roads, on the off-road. Also, the thing about the blow-off valves, make them more realistic. I don't want, and make every car, and please make every car different sound, please. Like, I don't want to have both a 2JZ and an RB25 DETT sound the same, because they don't. Look up in YouTube RB25 DETT, and then look and go into another tab and then look for 2JZ. The sounds they make are completely different. They are nothing alike. They're basically saying, and also, I found this out just yesterday. They use the same engine sound as the Hellcat in Loki, BG Baldwin's K5 Blazer. They use the same. This is what I hate about Forza. They have so much room for potential, yet they use cheap tactics. They use cheap stuff to make it. They make it look cool and all that, but once you get down to the basics and look more into it, they slapped it together from other cars. It gets boring. Let's go back to this. Once you've mastered how each of these work with different vehicles of level of challenge, at least for us, was reduced quite a bit. Decreased flat terrain and a more unpredictable range of track design would not only make things more fun, but complement the greater variety of vehicles we mentioned earlier. Precarious ramps and deadly drops would force players to adopt a driving strategy that they never imagined. Also, if we were in Metropolis in Tokyo, drifting through the innards of a skyscraper would be amazing. Oh, you're good. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're really good. Because that's going back to Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, where he's drifting up the fucking up the goddamn parking lot, parking complex. Track designer. I was actually thinking about this today. But here's the thing about this. Don't put it in with the AI. Don't make it like a single player option as well. Keep it in multiplayer. Because here's the thing. If we do custom maps, not custom maps, but custom tracks, the AI will have to completely reroute itself and take much more longer to load. Have to realize every corner, and then also put in all the upgrades and all this other stuff. It'll take longer, and it would cost time, and it would make it very frustrating. That's what went wrong with the AI in Forza Horizon 3. They implemented the system where you could honk your horn, and then players that were in your and then drivatars in your radius, in view of your horn. In view of your line of sight, when you honked your horn, would honk back and be in a little group. This is where they went wrong, because then the AI had to completely map they had to learn the entire map, not the roads that they were programmed to stay on. And this is why when you watch videos and live streams in Forza, you'll most likely see cars swerving, random AI swerving just suddenly. You'll see that happen very, very commonly. Track designer. Gamers have proven that they are absolutely brimming with creativity in the past, whether it's a full-blown single simulator or a primitive kart racer. Creation tools have been put to brilliant use so many times we've lost count. Now imagine something like this in Forza Horizon framework. You could craft unique events, tournaments, created curated for a small group of friends, or broadcast your creations into an entire gaming world. Method of earning bonus vehicles or in-game credits to if your track happens to garner popularity be an awesome touch. Yes, I believe I would. Yes, that's what I am. That's what I'm going to. Let's get tricky. Tricks are gnarly as heck. I like the word gnarly. It's fucking nut for sure, dude. And they'd be a perfect suit for Forza Horizon 4 if implemented correctly. Achievements such as drifting, breaking speed records are monitored as you drive past Forza as Horizon. Bleh. Achievements such as drifting or breaking speed records are already monitored as you drive in past Horizon titles. We love to see these used in the further degree in our own special modes. Using motocross bikes, quad bikes to gain air and excessive badass flips. Using motocross bikes and quad bikes to gain big air and execute badass flips to shock the spectators would not only be a hugely satisfying to pull off, but also gives players a much greater range of tools to play with when in an open world racer. Sprinkling a bit of the Trials magic in the brilliance of Forza would be a match made in heaven. I don't believe so, honestly. That's what Trusted Reviews has for this. See what else we have. Nothing else. So, let's talk about what I would like to see in Forza. Now, I've already said airbags, neon, and so on and so forth, but honestly, I wouldn't see more like that. More of this. Pre-runners. If you don't know what a pre-runner is, go ahead into YouTube or Google and look for pre-runner. Prerunner. Pre-runner. And click on a few videos. That would be what people want. What some of us want. Some of us dirt heads want. We want to see big trucks. We want to see some cool creations. And we don't want to just see these trucks as pre-runners right off the bat. We want to make them pre-runners. We want to customize them. Make them our own. That was what Forza got wrong as well. They gave us these cars, but they gave us in a way that they were preset for Forza. They didn't let us do what we wanted to do with them. When I wanted an R34, when I got the R34 in Forza, I wanted to tune it so perfectly that it would be a best drifter in the world. But the problem is that the boost, it had major boost lag that it was just like, yeah, here we go. It lugged badly like a dog. There was not enough acceleration. The tuning was weird. I always was going back and forth between tuning because it wasn't consistent. There wasn't really enough option that I could use. There wasn't enough power I could use. We were only pushing like 700 horsepower. When I know that RB25 is a dog, because I know for a sheer fact that RB25 DETT in that thing can push major horsepower. It's like, and then let's move on to the Supra. The Supra is capable of pushing 1017 horsepower out of its 2JZ, about that 6-cylinder. Now here's the thing. That engine can already be pushed major horsepower. It's easily tunable, and it's just it's a 2JZ. They're tanks. You can shove massive amounts of boost into that thing, and it'll still keep ticking. Like, I know one of my friends is gonna be watching this called Shadow, and she's speaking, and I'm basically jerking her off because I'm like, yeah, Supras are so easily tunable, and we have this discussion a few times, and it's so annoying how she's right, but my preference is my preference is R34 because Nissan. Uh, let's also get to another fact. Uh, here's the thing. You know how you could in Forza Horizon 4, in Forza Motorsport 4, you could get out and you had a Forza Vista, basically letting you to walk around your car, make it and look at all the inside of it, like open up the hood, open up the hood, get inside the car, rev the engine from inside the interior. You could view facts about the cars and listen to them. Here's the thing I want. In Forza Horizon 2 and in Forza Horizon 3, they have something called a car meet. Now, I would love to see Forza Horizon 4 have a car meet Forza Vista kind of thing. What happens is that you go in, and then in like either a circle or in some kind of line, you could walk around everyone's car. You could get in it, you could rev the engine as you could do in a Forza Vista. You could open the hood, you could look at all this stuff. You're basically in a Forza Vista for someone else's car. How cool would that be? You're viewing someone else's car as they can view your car from a different angle. Not from a different angle, but just think. You can basically look at someone else's car in a Forza Vista without having to do the hassle of looking at their car in the game. Like outside, a drone or something like that. You can actually get in their car and look at it. Like, how cool would that be? Like, it would be very well done if they could do it right. If they can do it right. Also, I would like to see pictures being able to be put on the windshield, on the windows of cars. That would be pretty cool, but on specific parts like the rear window and the side windows. And not on the passenger driver side windows, but if it's a four door on the passenger doors, because who's going to be back, because the cameras aren't going to be back there at all, so it's space that can be used for stickers and like that, and it would be pretty sweet to see. That's honestly all I can say right now, but I'll probably tweet out more stuff I want to see about Forza Horizon 4 in the future. So if you want to see me or talk to me about Forza Horizon 4 or anything like that, you can message me on my Twitter down below. And yeah, that's basically it. Just follow me and we can talk and all that shit. So that's pretty much it. If you guys like it, obviously give it a like. If you want me to do more like stuff like this, subscribe and see ya.